What's up, everyone? Welcome, Sooner Surge, live on this Friday night, game day eve, before the Sooners have a chance to wrap up the season with the win over LSU and a chance to go to the playoffs. Obviously, if they win this game tomorrow, you would think lock for the playoffs. Thanks for joining me tonight. Appreciate it. Germ's going to be on here very shortly. He just running a little bit late. So, hey, before we get started with the live show, I got on here and I read some comments. Guys, who cares about Texas? Please. Who cares? They have 3 losses. Why is everybody worried about Texas that they're going to be in the you're talking everybody's going to lose? Like 5 teams are going to lose tomorrow? I mean, guys, they're ranked number 16. Come on now. Stop worrying about Texas. Worry about Oklahoma. Oklahoma wins tomorrow. They're in the playoff. I could care less about Texas. I don't want to talk about Texas. If anybody's surprised that they're beating A&M, I don't know what to tell you. I mean, they've owned A&M, so not surprising at all. Guys, no chance making playoff unless there's so many upsets. I mean, I don't even know why we're even bringing it up, guys. I want them to lose too, corrections. Believe me, I want them to lose, but right now, they're winning, and I don't really care. I want to talk OU. Let's talk OU. Here we go. OU. News came out tonight. Last injury report for the game. Michael is out. So Fabechi will be at center, I would assume. We'll see what happens the rest of the way. Going to be a cold day, although the weather tomorrow, I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe my app's not as good as other people's apps, but from what I've seen, it looks like the coldest is coming in later, like maybe 7, 6, 7. I don't know. I'm just playing. But it's coming in after the game. It will be colder in the second half. But from my app, it looked like it's still going to be in the high 40s for at least till 4:30, something like that. I don't know. Maybe y'all can explain if it's different. But I don't think that's going to happen. Here's the thing. Let's talk about this for a second. Yeah, and it does hurt. We'll see what Fabechi does. It does hurt. Let's talk about this for a second, though. I do think with this committee, people want to talk about head-to-head. I think this committee is looking at it more of like the old like system was, where if you lose late, you get punished way more. That's what I think. I don't know what they'll do to Texas A&M after this, but they're not going to be below you. But it doesn't matter. I do think like this committee's looking at, if you lose later, they're going to drop you more, I think. I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong. I think we got Germ on there. Let me get him in here. What's up, Germ?
Not much. Texas putting it on A&M. A&M finally plays someone. Look what happens.
Yeah, I don't want to talk about Texas. I don't know. Losing their minds, including like you earlier, but maybe like, I mean, they're not going to make the playoffs, guys.
I only mentioned that because I see you ripped me earlier for bringing up Texas at all, and then I get on here and I hear you talking about Texas. It's weird.
They were talking about it in the chat, and I was saying I want to talk about it. So
what are they saying about it?
Yeah, let's talk about this.
What are people saying about Texas?
People worried they're going to make the playoff. I don't know.
They have 3 losses.
I don't know, Jeremy. Hey, I did see this. First off, the whole thing was, if you the kind of the the scenario that played out with that. He was the reporter that did it was on a podcast and didn't directly call him that, but in a way he did. But here's my question. I don't know what Lane's going to do. I have no clue what Lane's going to do, Jeremy. But do you think he would be doing that if he was staying? Or do you think that's like, I'm leaving, I'm going to go tick some people off?
Hey, Jay, I absolutely think
maybe he stays.
Jay, I think he's going to LSU, but yeah, I'm with corrections. I want Texas to lose every game now. Texas winning makes OU's loss even look better because they'll be a top 10 team. But Jay, I'm being facetious. Hey, Jay, to me, I mean, A&M's not dropping below OU, but there is one thing that you got to admit is correct. Texas will be ranked ahead of OU in the SEC.
I don't care about where you're ranked in the SEC, dude.
I don't give a rip about it.
Yeah, obviously you do. You just brought it up. What are we doing here, guys? OU's ranked 8th in the playoff. They win tomorrow. They're in the playoff.
Wow.
Everything else, nothing matters to me. None of it. Zero. Zilch. I don't care about anything. OU beat LSU and make the playoff.
Do you agree with this? Do you agree?
I don't care.
Do you agree with this?
I'm so tired of it. I don't care.
Do you agree with this?
Jeez.
OU LSU toss up, yes or no?
OU should win this game tomorrow. No. OU should win the game.
Jay, have you already mentioned the availability reports?
Yeah, I mentioned him. Yeah, Michael, I mentioned. Jaden Jackson not listening more. He'll play. That's good.
Jaden Jackson's not listed. There's a couple other things that I think you can note of guys that, I mean, Taylor Tatum's not on there. I don't know if that means anything, but there was someone else that wasn't listed that I was kind of shocked about.
What's that?
I don't remember who it is now, Jay. I was just looking at it. I was thinking, man, it's kind of
Dolby.
Dolby's out. He's listed as out.
You're surprised by that?
No, I wasn't surprised at all by that. Hey, Jay, again, I'm going to bring the weather report. Second quarter to the end of the game, 30 to 40 mile per hour winds.
Not from what I've seen. From what I've seen, it's coming in later, but maybe my app's wrong.
From the end of the second quarter on, Jay, it absolutely is. But hey, I do want to point out something. It's funny how everyone talks about, and look, I agree. OU's offense has got to be better. They got to be better at the line of attack. Okay, at running the ball tomorrow night. Tomorrow they got to be better at running the ball, Jay. But have you noticed the later the season goes, a lot of teams are struggling to score against good defenses. It's kind of how it is.
Yeah, I agree with that, and I agree with the ones that are saying like, is this game going to be close? Yeah, it could be because OU's offense hasn't been good. But I don't consider a 10-point favorite a toss-up. A 10-point favorite, you should win the game. OU's favored by 10 in this game.
Yeah.
They should win.
Hey, Jay, I need to get the deviled eggs ready for you.
Now, Jen says that's not what my weather app.
What's your weather app showing, Jen? Tell us what you're at. Now, Mangum.
I'm pretty flabbergasted tonight. I'm kind of getting on edge tonight.
About what?
Just all day, people in my text, people cared about all, like, it's almost like OU's on the outside looking in, and we're worried about all these other games. Like, I could care less. Go beat LSU. You're in the playoff. Whatever happens in front of OU or behind OU. I don't care. I'm
not worried about other games. I'm just watching football today, Jay. Hey, Jay, I agree with Chuck. And now I wanted to go back to what Mangum said, because Mangum said
with Chuck on that. You got to be better. Mateer's got to be better.
Mangum Wrestling thinks that OU's line tomorrow could be a better line for running the ball. Okay, let's remember that. Second of all, Mateer's got to be better, Jay. But one thing you got to think about, I love what Georgia Tech does with Haynes King, where they run him a lot. I think OU needs to run with Mateer. And Jay, one thing I started looking up tonight, Mateer played at Washington State, right? Pullman, Washington. He's played in cold weather. It's something to note.
Most people who are in college football have played in cold weather when they were peewee football.
You don't know what you're talking about.
What are we doing? Breaking down, every little weather forecast?
What is your deal tonight? What's your deal tonight, Jay?
That's my deal. I just want to go. I'm on the edge about tomorrow. I just want to win and get in the playoff, period.
Ask Stroud from Ohio State if he enjoyed playing in the cold weather, because it was the reason they lost. He wasn't used to it. It's a big deal tomorrow, Jay.
Hey,
yeah, he is on one. It's weird. I kind of like this, Jay. I kind of like this.
Buddy says first time on since Mizzou game. Kids loved it. Had the time of our lives. Great environment. Very good 11. It's always a great drive home when you win. Here's the deal. I'm not on one tonight. And listen, all it is guys, I'm so amped up for tomorrow. Like I'm on edge. I'm on edge because Germ, this is what you play the whole season.
You're worried about who to pick. It's weird.
Make the play. I'm not worried about who to pick. Make the playoffs. Right?
Correct.
That's all I care about, dude. And I'm ready for. I wish the game was at 11 tomorrow. I'm not gonna lie.
Hey, Mangum, LSU may not care. They're going to be freezing their buns off, but they're going to try they're going to try until OU gets a lead. They're going to give up. They're going to throw in the white flag, dude. That's what's going to happen. OU's got to get up on him.
He needs to run the ball well. Now, see this
thing.
I got to address this. I got to address this too. I don't even think I'm going to pick the game because you pick LSU, people rip it. You pick OU, everyone whines and cries and says that's why OU loses if they lose. I mean, listen, I don't know if anybody knows this. Me in Arkansas has 0.0 to do with Oklahoma football tomorrow in the game. Nothing. Why do people all worried about it? If I pick OU, what's that have to do with the game? Seriously, what's that have to do with the game?
Hey, Chuck, I got news for you. Marcel Reed's not playing well. So,
you know what about Marcel Reed? I've watched him now 3 or 4 games this year. Man, there's sometimes he really misses bad. Like bad. Platone's got 10-3. Don't you do it, Jason Dalpo. See, I mean, yeah, exactly. Don't you do it? I know. LSU D is good.
Their D is salty, and they're not going to have. They don't have many injuries on defense. Whit Weeks, in fact, Whit Weeks is playing. Jay.
Yeah.
So they're really healthy defensively, but so is OU. OU defensively is really healthy. They don't have Reggie Powers the first half. That's big. That he's been playing well.
Yeah, and 918. You're right. When he's bad, he's really bad. He misses high a lot.
Porter and company got a good win at Marquette. He finally switched to his own defense and switched it up. Kudos. And some of their dudes actually played well today.
I talked to a fan, an A&M fan, and an Ohio State fan about this rivalry week this week. Did you know there's fans out there that would rather win that game than win a national championship game?
Oh yeah, there are, Jay. Absolutely.
That
not a surprise.
No way, dude. No way. That's crazy.
Hey, yeah, OU's O-line. Look, Taylor the guys that everyone think about this though. Just a kind of I'm going to take everyone not down memory lane. I'm going to take everyone down this path called how in the world is this happening? OU's playing all these guys with Taylor, Sexton, Azida, Mikula. You got other guys that are banged up and hurt. R. Mason Thomas not playing. And OU has a chance at the playoff tomorrow. Think about that.
Yeah, it's impressive.
If we'd have told you before the year, Sexton's not going to play much this year, Taylor's not, Howland's going to be banged up, all these things, what would people have thought? What would people have thought? There's no way. There's no way no way they're doing this.
Yeah. Winning 4 games in postseason, especially on the road, is going to be hell, especially with O-line injuries. Well, winning 4 games on the road or winning 4 games in general in the playoff is going to be ridiculously hard. I don't care who you are. That's why, honestly, this year, I mean, we'll see what Ohio State does tomorrow because I want to see them against Michigan. But so far, to me, they're above.
Marcel Reed just had a 3rd and 21 pickup with face mask. Hey,
are you watching
Jason? More wind up than me. Hey, he's pumped for the wounded animal to come into Norman and get annihilated tomorrow. Period.
Hey, Josh, listen. No way, 0 chance, 0, and unless you had like OU, Alabama, Miami, Notre Dame. I mean, if you have all those teams,
they all lose.
Yeah, but no way other than that. So
if they all lose, they'll back their way in. But all of them would have to lose, Jay.
Yeah, they're ranked 16, dude. I mean,
I wasn't too impressed with Georgia today.
Well, yeah, these rivalry games are weird, but yeah, their offense. But you know what? Their offense has been sluggish for a lot this year, and then they'll just turn it on and tear a team up. Like, second half against, I don't remember who it was. They just really, Ole Miss, I think they really got it. I mean, it's almost like this is what Georgia does. Georgia does enough to win the games, period. Whether it
they do. That's what you got to do. Hey, Ron, I see.
They do enough to win the games.
I see what you're trying to do, Ron. It's not going to work. It's not going to work at all. Not one iota. Okay. Hey, Jay, I don't know if you've already mentioned the news. I don't have the link to put in here, but
let me see if I can get it in here.
I put a community post out earlier. Thank you to the Fan Stop. They've been great with us. The Fan Stop is offering a 20% off the Shirt of the Month Club for your first 3 months. That code, though, is not Surge. It's Mary Surge 25. I'll put it in there. Mary Surge 25, touchdown A&M. Mary Surge 25. Okay, I'll put it in here. That gets you 20% off the Shirt of the Month of your favorite team. Free shipping on all those shirts. But also, we have Sooner Surge merch. We got a hat that says Sooner Surge Podcast, kind of a patch hat in the middle. And then we got a shirt that says, Sooner Surge on the front with Become a Surgeaholic on the back. Kind of takes you a link to our YouTube channel. But that's on the website as well. It's on thefanstop.com. We'll try to get those links in here. But, hey, Chuck, he wasn't. He hasn't been, and now he did. Kind of fact of the matter there, buddy. That's kind of how football works there, my guy. Jay put it in here. This would take you to our shirt and hat if you want to order one of those from the Fan Stop. Free shipping on everything. Also, the Shirt of the Month is 20% off if you use the following code that I'm going to put in here.
There you go. Yeah, Mateer's got to play well tomorrow. I agree, Randy. He needs to play well. There is one stat that you could say he's been a lot better at. First, I don't remember how many games. First 5 games, maybe 6 interceptions. Last 5, 1 interception. And it's been a big deal for Oklahoma. I know they're not doing a whole lot offensively, but one turnover, you're going to win a lot of games with that defense with not turning the ball over. And we all know BB knows that. Hey, the thing is, though, Germ, who would you kind of compare this game? There's a team on OU schedule that I kind of compare this to. You're muted. You're muted or something. Something's going on.
Okay.
There you go.
Can you
hear that? Yeah.
Okay. You're saying a team from this year's schedule that this reminds you of?
Yes.
See, a depleted team has nothing to play for. It's got talent. Good
I'm just talking about
defensive.
the way this team's set up right now.
South Carolina.
Bingo. They got a good front. And then OU, their O-line, not very good. South Carolina, OU was chasing him around all day, quarterback-wise. I think they'll do the same thing.
Auburn's a good comparison, too.
I think they don't run the ball like Germ, their O-line is not good at all. LSU cannot run the ball.
Let me ban someone.
They've lost more guys. I mean, OU should be able to get to the quarterback. The front 7 should feast.
Sorry, I was busy banning someone.
What happened?
An inappropriate comment in the chat, Jay. I'm not showing it.
About us?
No.
Oh, I didn't see it. Jason is Sooner. Let me answer this question, Joe. It's going to be Fabechi Nwanu. Fabechi will be the starting center.
Correct. Okay?
So the question is, who's going to be guard?
The question is, does Foji go to guard or does Simmons go to guard?
No, Simmons will be tackle. Foji will be guard. But
I think so as well.
That's what's going to happen.
So, Jay, backing up. So who does OU have as backups? They got Logan Howland.
Yeah, and you got maybe Daniel Akinkumi.
Maybe some others, Jay.
I haven't heard anything on Isaiah Autry-Dent.
I have not, Jay. Hollenbeck, I don't think they're going to play.
Yeah.
I just don't think. And Lori, I don't know if Jason is. I think Lane is going to LSU, yes.
I said Florida all along. It doesn't sound like the Florida thing's going to happen. I have no clue. The guy loves attention. I'm getting tired of the whole Lane thing. Like, just pick. And the whole thing's stupid. It's not just him not saying anything, but then he's like, the school's saying, got to have a decision by tomorrow. Why does he have to decide by tomorrow? Like what is, this whole thing is just the attention is just too much. And he could stay.
Yeah.
He very well could stay. What was the thing? I just saw that thing in there I was going to read.
Azide is out.
Was he? I think he was listed out tonight, wasn't he?
He's out. Correct.
Yeah. Now, to me, Germ, let's talk about the game tomorrow. What would have to happen for OU to lose this game tomorrow?
Okay, I've already said this, but here's what would have to happen for OU to lose. They would have to have at least one bust on defense, either in the secondary on a long play or in the run gap scheme, or maybe Van Buren breaks one. And then that would have to be combined with a bad turnover or a special teams big bad special teams blunder.
Yeah,
Now,
it's going to take
if
stuff
that,
like
if that, which the way the weather is, that could happen.
Yeah, but you know what? I like OU football put out today. The wind comes sweeping down. I mean, embrace the weather, dude. Embrace it, man. Say
I do
we
like
got
that.
a
You got
great defense.
Jason.
We got a great defense, and you're going to have to try to score with a 40-mile-an-hour wind. Good luck to you,
Jason. LSU. It's harder to embrace something that bad if you have no dog in the fight or can't. I mean, this is it for you.
Well,
this is it for you. So
and
bad elements, inept offense keeps the game close. Shank a field goal. Next thing you know, LSU wins. Exactly right, Wes. Exactly right.
I feel about like this game, about like I felt last week, that Missouri, I didn't think they could score much on OU, and they didn't. But I didn't think OU could score a whole lot in Missouri, and they didn't. I think you might be looking at a similar game. I mean, it could very well be something like that we just saw against Missouri. I don't care if the game's 3-0. I don't care if the game's 2-0. Win and get in the playoffs. That's all I care about.
Yeah.
Obviously, you're watching the game or something. So what's score?
No, I was looking at my son over there. Sorry.
Give me an update.
Yeah, I don't have an update. People in the chat are saying gig 'em, but Texas is driving, so I don't know why they're saying gig 'em. So
maybe they're saying that because they want A&M to win.
Hey, Jay, another thing that I think, you talk about embracing the weather, and we're going to open the phone lines in a minute. Let's open the phone lines. Let's open them right now. Weather update. After the second quarter, it's going to be flat out miserable. That's the weather update. Terrible after the second quarter.
What
Windy.
What time does yours say that that's happening?
3:30.
See, mine doesn't say till like 5:30.
Okay, Randy, I'm on a scale of 1 to 10. I'm at a 75%. I'm feeling that 75% good in the dub. That's what I'd say.
Hey, I disagree on this, by the way. If the SEC officials want another SEC team in the playoff,
correct
calls.
Correct.
because they want as many SEC teams to get in there as possible, right?
Oh yeah. Hey Jay, Aggies are going to Aggie. Hey, check out the FanStop, thefanstop.com/OU if you want the OU Shirt of the Month Club. But again, the special that's running from now to December 31st, all of the month of December, 20% off your first 3 months for the FanStop Shirt of the Month Club. It'd be a great gift if you have relatives that are fans of other team schools. Go on the FanStop website and see what schools they have officially licensed gear for. All of those schools they have Shirt of the Month clubs for, and you get 20% off if you use the code that I put in the chat, which is MarySurge25. Okay, phone lines are open. Let's chat about the game tomorrow. How's Corey feeling today?
Yeah, I hope Corey's feeling better. Pay him,
Jay.
Pay him, baby. Pay up,
Jay. You know one thing that feels different this year to me for OU. It doesn't seem like think about this, Jay. OU has a chance to make the playoff or be kicked out of the playoff hunt. It's a lot of pressure, but to me, it seems like OU is more hunting than the hunted. The way they're acting is like they're hunting, not the hunted. I love the mindset, Jay. I love the mindset.
I do too. I like the mindset. They felt like they've been that kind of like going after people since the Ole Miss loss. That's what they've had to do. They know they've had to win out. They know every game is a playoff game. This is no other tomorrow. And let's talk about this, because you win tomorrow, you're in the playoff. What scenario has to happen for you to win tomorrow and not host a playoff game? The only way, in my opinion, would be Bama win out. That's the only way you're not hosting, right?
There could so if Bama won out, or I mean, they're not going to put Notre Dame ahead of you just because they beat Stanford. They're not. So it's the only answer would be Bama winning out, or a scenario where they take two Big 12 teams and both of them are that can't happen. That can't happen.
What are you talking about?
Well, I was going to say if Tech stayed ahead of OU, but it wouldn't matter at this point.
OU's already hosting a playoff game at 8.
Correct. That's why I said that.
The only one scenario that they get past, and that's Bama winning out.
And even then,
they have to beat Auburn and beat Georgia. Now they've owned Georgia. They've owned Georgia because right now, if they win, it's Bama Georgia in the SEC championship game.
Oh, correct. Yeah, you know Georgia's begging for this right now. Although Jay, wouldn't you think Georgia was kind of rooting for A&M tonight? You're sitting at 4 and you don't have to play.
Yeah, but here's the thing. Now that they're going to pass A&M, they're going to be they're going to have a bye right now.
Who?
Georgia will be in the top 4.
So why would you want to play in the SEC title game?
Well, you get a bye. Chance to get a bye. If Texas A&M would have won, they weren't getting a bye. They were going to be 5-6. No,
I don't think so, Jay. That's not true, Jay.
You're right. Maybe not. Well, same for Texas A&M. Maybe Texas A&M don't want to play in the game either.
Hey, fan stop. Look, here's the deal. OU is at 8 with 1 game remaining. If OU wins, how can they drop? Because here's the deal. They didn't. Notre Dame scored 70 last week against a terrible Syracuse team. Stanford's not any good. So how can they move Notre Dame this week if they didn't last week? If OU wins, they can't move down, in my opinion.
No, OU's not moving down.
Yeah, I agree.
The only team that can pass them is Bama by winning the next 2, period. Now, no, I don't think they're throwing the game at all. Now, if A&M gets beat tonight, what happens to OU? Well, OU's not passing Bama, guys. I don't think. I mean, OU's not passing A&M.
OU's not passing A&M. Now,
I think A&M falls to like 5, 6. They'll fall below Tech. They'll fall below Georgia.
Correct.
And if Oregon wins, they'll fall below Oregon, I think. I think Oregon would pass them.
How far Texas move up?
They're at 16.
13, maybe 12, but it won't matter.
Hey, we got Corks on the line. Yo, what's up, Corks? How you doing tonight?
I'm all right. How y'all?
Doing good, man. Doing good.
All right. So, y'all know I only watch OU.
Yep.
So I don't really pay attention to anything else. So I think yesterday before work, I looked up how does our playoff bracket look.
Mm-hmm.
And I didn't realize that we're going to be playing 4 games if we're in.
Yes.
But I don't know what site this was. I've never heard of them. But they had a projected playoff bracket, and we're not in, even if we win.
Well, I've seen some of those sites. It makes 0 sense. I mean,
yeah, I hope that's just a random thing they're doing, but they had an agenda to have BYU and Vandy in over it.
Yeah, I saw that same thing, and it's laughable. And it has nothing to do with the committee because you see where the committee has Vandy and BYU way below.
So that's laughable. I mean, I don't get it.
Hey, how would OU drop at 8 by winning? How would they drop 3 spots?
I'm just telling you what I saw.
I mean,
but what I'm getting at is then what the hell's the point of having the playoff rankings if they even win out and the other teams win out and we can't even get in, even though we're ranked like 7th or 8th, right? What the hell is the point of having it?
That's right. The playoff rankings that they've been so far, you can't just change them all the last week of the season.
Anyone can make a bracket, Corks. Anyone can make a bracket and try to
I get that, but it just got me thinking. If this scenario does happen to one of the top 12 playoff ranked teams, then why are we even doing this?
Oh, well, that'd be a travesty. And if you look at all the 2-loss teams, I don't know who could have a better argument than OU because now your 2 losses are going to be Ole Miss ranked 5 and Texas probably ranked 12. And then you've beaten 5 ranked teams.
Well, you and I know that, but you also know, and I don't care what anybody says, the Eastern media has got an agenda for Notre Dame.
Well, Notre Dame will get in, but OU still get in.
But what I'm getting at is this is worse than the old BCS and worse than the old ways.
By far.
That happens, don't you think?
By far.
Because what the hell's the point of having all this? You know, I've had to hear, I can't mention the brand name, but, the big football people been talking about, man, we ain't playoffs in college football because you can't really determine the national champ. Well, if that's the case, then how do you determine the teams that are in the playoffs? So it's just the same crap over and over.
Well, you got to have computers and you got to have a commit. I mean, you got to have a little bit of both, in my opinion.
That's what I want to get at is I just want it to be computer based because obviously the human emotion and propaganda and, biases are not going to factor in your strength of schedule at all.
Yeah, you're right. I mean, I like computers as well. I also like a committee to talk about it. But let's be real. The committee, when they meet, they're mostly talking about what they just watched with their eyes. The eye
Correct.
test.
And that was my concern in the beginning without having computers.
If you lose late, Corey,
right.
It's like A&M just lost. They're going to be punished more than if that game would have happened early in the season.
Exactly. And that was my biggest concern, not having computers and having people decide on it.
Yeah, it'd be interesting. This is
anyways.
Let's get in there, man.
Yeah, but I'm gonna tell y'all something. Michaela being out really hurts bad.
I think it's going to hurt. Now,
even if Fabechi is the next great center, it still hurts because then we're missing a right guard, and then that's going to mess up the rotation at right tackle.
Agreed.
I'd rather have Foje at tackle. Let him get all the reps because we got more than just tomorrow. We got playoffs, and then we got next year to worry about too.
Yeah,
I
agree.
The good thing about Fabechi, guys, when you look at that O-line, there's not one player on that O-line that's played more snaps than him. So
true.
I mean,
I better get inside. It is cold. Boomer, damn sooner.
Hey, thanks, Gort. See you, bro.
Hey, Jay, I want to say something before we get Keith on here. The people that are the national naysayers are going to have a field day with Texas because of Arch Manning. But I'm going to tell you what, this is what really I can't stand. And I agree with Jay Cart, who says that in the chat that a Tennessee that's 9-3 could beat some of the playoff teams. Absolutely could. But for example, Texas, Jay, you can't just say, well, they have 3 losses, but one of them was Ohio State, and it was early on. It's a 3-loss team that you can't compare a 3-loss to a 2-loss. Anyone in the chat who is, you can't play that game. You cannot play that game. But I will say this: if Bama loses, and it could open up for Texas.
They'd have to jump. They'd have to jump all the way to like 9.
Jay, if Bama loses, they're out.
Bama would be up, but Miami's right there, Germ.
Not if Miami lose to Pitt. I said there have to be several losses.
Hey, let's get to Keith. What's up, Keith?
Hey guys.
What's up? All
this speculation about who's going to do this and who's going to do that, and what if this and what if that, drive you crazy.
Yeah.
I was listening to Sean McDonough during the Texas game, and he was saying that Sarkisian is saying if they beat Texas A&M, why on earth would they want to go and play Ohio State if the committee is going to blow it off and not give it any consideration?
Well, I've heard a lot of talk about that this week, and in some aspect, I totally agree. Like when you got the SEC schedule, like playing Ohio State and like you played Michigan. Now if that hurts you way more if you lose that game than it does help you if you win it. I mean,
right.
And so what they were saying is if Texas right now was 10-2, you take out the Ohio State loss, and they're 10-2 right now, they're in the playoff by a landslide.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, SEC's gonna be going to a 9-game schedule too. So I think that those days of playing Ohio State and Michigan and
those will be over.
Those days will be over, I would think.
Well, guys, I was mentioning in the chat earlier. I was watching the old Bedlam game yesterday from 2010, and that was an interesting game to watch. I mean, turnover city. They were turning the ball over left and right, but they used a formation that was bragged about, the diamond formation, that they said they had a lot of success with.
Loved it.
And I don't know how successful it was, but I got to thinking, why was it kind of never used again, or did any other teams try to use it? I don't know. I
loved the diamond formation. I loved it.
It was interesting, I said there was a play where I think DeMarco ran right up to the middle of the defense on one of that formations, and I don't know. I just don't remember them ever using it much. Do you?
No, not as much. I don't think so. I mean, they used it, but not as much.
The other thing, Keith, is OU couldn't run it because they don't have enough horses in the stable right now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
we'll see, man.
you just wonder when you have plays like that from the past, why don't they brush the dust off and try to bring them back?
Oh yeah.
But yeah, anyway, all this talk about coaching, I listened a little bit to Feinbaum today, and they were saying that Lane Kiffin is going to delay his announcement until after the Iron Bowl tomorrow. And depending upon what happens, if Auburn were to win, then would DeBoer go to Pittsburgh and then Penn State, and then would Kiffin want to take the Alabama job?
There's been talk about DeBoer going to Penn State. There's been some talk about it. Now we'll see.
Hey,
This coaching carousel has been wild.
Keith, Lane Kiffin needs to wait anyway because his team's got a chance at winning the national championship.
Yeah, I know. What
They're
he's doing
good.
is crazy. He's crazy.
It's crazy times is what it is. So
he's dooming his team. He's dooming his team by what he's talking about doing.
It's a tough spot to be in for sure.
Terrible spot.
Tell you.
It's like
it's a great spot. It's a great spot. He's going to be loaded.
It's like it's saying he couldn't care less about his team. It's all about him.
Yeah.
Got to make that decision.
They kind of force your hand.
They're forcing his hand. They're forcing his hand to make the decision.
Correct.
So we'll see. Hey, thanks, Keith. Appreciate it.
All right, guys. Good luck. Boomer Sooner.
Boomer Sooner. Hey, Fanstop's right. It does make OU's schedule look pretty good. Like you said, Jay, their 2 losses would be against 2 top 12 teams.
Yeah. Hey, Jeremy, I'll be right back.
All right. Hey, guys, fact of the matter is tomorrow we've talked a lot about games today, and we should because it was a day full of football. And tomorrow you got another day full of football that starts bright and early with Miami-Pittsburgh, who I think Pittsburgh's going to beat Miami tomorrow. But I haven't been great on the upsets. I should have called this one as one of my upsets, Texas over A&M, and I didn't. But OU at home at the Palace on the Prairie, a chance to go to the playoff. Tomorrow at 6 o'clock at night, we're going to know if OU's in the playoff. No one's going to jump them. They're not going to get passed by anyone if they win the game tomorrow. Because let's just talk about this. Last week, they barely beat Missouri. It was an ugly offensive battle. OU did not get passed, even though Notre Dame scored 70. Okay? If that was last week, nothing's going to change this week. OU wins. The only thing that could happen is they might go up. They may move up the rankings if other people in front of them lose. That's a fact. I think Oregon might lose to Washington, but OU's got to get it done. Find a way. Find a way. I'm hoping X-Rob is healthier. He's had a week now to recover with that sprained knee. They had a brace on last week. Like, OU's going to have a defense that's going to be getting after Van Buren, who's a young guy who BV called just a great athlete there on the other side of the ball. Whether or not they spy him, I don't think they will, except for at times. They're going to force him to make quick decisions. OU's got to tackle well. When the weather's cold, sometimes you don't tackle as well. You know, you got to tackle really well. You got to lay the wood tomorrow. You got to pop the pads, pop the helmets. You got to make paint fly off the helmets tomorrow with your hits. Period. Okay, that's what's got to happen. Speaking of trash, Marcel Reed. I know Jay mentioned he's going to win the Heisman. No chance of the Heisman. Terrible game tonight. Where's Chuck at now? Where's Chuck at now? When I said Marcel, 2 interceptions since you made that comment, Chuck. Okay. Hey, and you know what, Corks? I don't care how bad it is. I'll take a natty anyway. Anyway. Platone says, hate to say it, but Arch, I don't really care. Yeah, I don't really care. Like, he was a 5-star recruit. He should be better than John Mateer. It doesn't matter. Here's a fact, Platone. Arch Manning's not going to the playoff, and John Mateer is. Just like the year that Trent Dilfer won the Super Bowl, there's a lot of people better than him. The year Heupel won it, there are a lot of guys more talented. That's just the way it is. I don't really give a rip as long as OU's defense keeps playing and OU makes the playoff and goes for a chance at a national championship. That's all you can ask. What am I talking? What do you mean? What am I talking about? Hey, Chuck. What I'm saying is, Block out all this other crap noise that people are talking about, and let's focus on the task at hand. OU wins, they're in. People want to keep talking about other stuff that doesn't matter. It's getting in the way. It doesn't matter. Yeah, I don't give a rip how we win. And look, the offense tomorrow, Chuck, they got to be ball controlled. They got to get in third and forwards. They got to pick up those. I want to see Satania break a couple maybe on the end around. Yeah, I guess I am talking about, whatever, guys. He did not have a Heisman night. The Heisman's wide open. Now, I tell you a guy who maybe should be in New York, and there may be people on here who don't even know this name. Emmett Johnson, Nebraska. Really good. I don't know what year he is, but if he enters the portal, he would be the highest paid guy in the portal. He's elite. Coconut, Greg, how are they getting in? How? Explain. The only way would be if 2 or 3 teams get a third loss. Two or three 2-loss teams get a third loss team. They need a lot of help. Now, Crystal, 1,000,000% agree with you here. Anyone who thinks OU is going to roll LSU because of the wet look, maybe they weren't even practicing against LSU because they wanted to be the biggest spoiler of the year and go to Norman, Oklahoma and get a win. So all they did was look at film on OU. Maybe that's the case. Like, people want to always bring up Western Kentucky. That game meant nothing. LSU has a chance to be spoiler now. There's a lot of players probably who think this means nothing for LSU because their season's technically over. Can they make a bowl? What's their record right now? They're bowl eligible already, correct? Someone might want to, I believe they're already bowl eligible, so they're going to a bowl game. They could improve bowl game status. Yeah, Pavia is a one-man team. He's got to be up there. He's got to be up there as far as New York trips. LSU 7-4. So in a bowl game, have a chance to make a better bowl. There is stuff to play for. The other thing is, this coach that's there right now is not going to be their coach next year. He's not. So they could play for him as his last game. I don't know the relationship they have with that coach, but it seems like they're at least fighting for the guy. But OU has to take control of this game, take the reins very early. In my opinion, they can't let this go to they cannot just let this be close heading into the fourth. That's a whole lot of pressure that you don't want. But when you have an elite defense, you can kind of get by with that. And OU, that's what OU has had. Nebraska's lost 4 to 5 games, correct. And Matt Rule just signed an extension through 2032, I believe. 2032. Wow. Hey, and Evan, you know what A&M gets for losing to Texas tonight? 2 weeks off, possibly. Now, for sure, 1 week off because they're not making the SEC championship game, so they're out of that mix. Maybe another week off, which I don't think I'd want 2 weeks off, but I'm not sure they're going to get it now because Georgia likely is going to take that spot. I think they're dropped to 5 or 6. I think they're dropping to 5 or 6, depending on what else happens. Yeah, think about that, Tyler. They give him an extension to 2032. Wow. Okay. It would be 2 weeks, wouldn't it, Ben? I think it's 2 weeks. I think Mendoza is the leader for the Heisman. A guy like Jeremiah Love, I think, can put a stamp on things tomorrow and for sure get a ticket to New York. A guy like Jeremiah Smith can get a ticket to New York depending on tomorrow, but probably is Mendoza's to lose now. It's Mendoza's to lose. I mean, he could definitely still lose it by how he plays in the Big Ten championship game. Now, Evan says Texas doesn't deserve to be in it, but the committee will give an arm and a leg and try. They can't unless other people lose. There's no way. They cannot do it unless other people lose. Okay? Arch played well against OU. Arch played really well against OU. Hey, guys, phone line's open. Check out the FanStop, thefanstop.com. Sign up for the Shirt of the Month Club. It is now 20% off all the way through December 31st. From now till December 31st, 20% off your team's Shirt of the Month Club. It's free shipping. Sign up for it. The code is MarySurge25, okay? Fanstop.com. Now, Lori says, I know it'd be difficult to win a national championship this year. But if we did, how long? Listen, if BV won a natty, he's here till he wants to leave. He's not going to get fired at that point. I mean, Bob Stoops went 20-something years. Now, he kept winning, but look, if you win a natty, you're safe. By the way, he's safe for at least a year or two, in my opinion, after what he's done this year. And now the recruiting is starting to really ramp up. The 2027 class is good. And now the 2026 class is starting to gain some momentum. Hey, Tyler, thanks for becoming a new member. Appreciate it very much. He made big plays, Magnum. He made big plays on third downs. He just did. He just did. Chuck, I'm speaking as a fan. I don't want it to be a close game. I want to be able to breathe tomorrow in the fourth quarter, okay? That's all it is. It's exactly what it is. It's been 5,482 days since A&M has beaten Texas. Did not know that. Now, this says not at LSU. When now do you get fired? Yeah, when was the last time LSU won one, though? Not under this regime. That's why they fired Brian Kelly. Yeah, if you get a good portal class, you could end up top 8. But listen, I think part of the deal is I don't want to really talk about these what ifs on recruiting and other things. This is about tomorrow, guys. It's all in front of you. Hey, corrections, I'm going to drop in the phone link here again. Let me drop it in for you right now. Sorry, I'm trying to do this here, run the chat. Yeah, Ed Orgeron run the title on LSU. And by the way, they won a title with Matt Mock and Matt Flynn. You can win a natty with John Mateer. It can happen. Hey, phone link is in there, corrections. Give us a holler. See what your take is for tomorrow. This comes to the line of scrimmage battle, and the line of scrimmage battle should be won by the Sooners on the defensive side. Hey, people are talking about OU's offensive line. LSU's depleted too. They do have one guy that's going to play that was hurt, but the other guys are out. Like they've had to do some shifting on the O-line as well. We got corrections on the line, followed by Dr. Vol. What's up, corrections?
Hey, Germ, can you hear me?
Yes, got you loud and clear.
Where did Jay go?
I have no idea. He just said he'd be back, so I don't know what's going on.
He's stressed out tonight. I hope he's okay tomorrow. Don't give him too much crap during the game via text. Just let him relax and chill.
I know. It's crazy.
Yeah, I just, before the season started, if you remember, I said I thought we were going to have a special season, and I can't remember if it was you or Jay who asked, define what a special season is. And I said 10-2 or better. I really felt we were going to be 10-2 or better. And I went further than that, and I said, even with our schedule, that our wins and losses would be better than Texas's wins and losses at the end of the year. And look where we're at. And I'm not trying to say I'm Nostradamus or anything, but, it was easy to sit back and look, because we had so many people just doom and gloom. And I understand 2 out of the last 3 years just weren't good. I mean, you had a case we made that all 3 were. But, I mean, this was a foundational rebuild, ripping everything down to the studs. It was a complete change of culture. Riley threw out the weights and said, let's do yoga and all this nonsense. It was ridiculous. And so you could see the direction, everything going the right direction, and, the defense getting better each year. And after this last year, you just looked at it and said, we have a great defense. This next year is probably going to be just as good as better. And it turned out to be a lot better. And the only thing we needed to fix was the offense. And we knew that it wasn't going to be a top 20 offense this year. But if we just had an average offense, which is about what we are at, 60 or around number 70, but we were around 138 last year, then we win a lot of games, and you could see that. And so I'm just really happy that, BB kind of proved me right to, he was the guy that we needed. I've maintained that. A lot of people have too, but, I hope all the doomers, come in here 9:30 p.m. tomorrow night, the ones that said we were going to go 4-8, 3-9, that, and every single game this year that they've come in the week and they said, we're going to lose this game. We're going to lose this game. We're going to, just actively rooting against OU. I hope they're in here, at 9:30 tomorrow night and give their penance to the man BV and the whole sports complex to what we've done and what we've built over this 4 years. There's no team in the playoffs that scares me at all, including Ohio State. After they played Texas, they played absolutely nobody. Let's see what happens when they get punched in the mouth by an OU defense. Let's go get that natty. I think it's out there for us to take this year. I'm excited about it, and we're going to roll tomorrow. I love it.
Hey, I like the positivity now. I don't know if anyone said 4-8 or 3-9, but 7-5 was a lot of people's takes, and they're not going that. And look, yeah, I said it last week. BB deserves a heck of a lot of credit for what he's done. But now you can't slip up now. You got to – I love the mentality they're playing with. I love the mindset about being the hunted, about hunting and being hard to kill. They got to keep embracing it. Embrace the weather tomorrow. It's going to be bad. Embrace it and own it. Hey, thanks for the call, Corrections.
Thanks. Have a good one.
You too. Let's get to Dr. Vol. And if anyone can fill me in on what Sark just said on national television about the playoff, I would love to hear it because that's laughable. Hey, what's up, Dr. Vol?
What's up, John?
Not much.
Happy holidays to you and yours, and
You as well. You as well.
had a good Thanksgiving. Just got done watching the game. It's going to be interesting to see what the committee does with Texas.
They can't put him in, can they?
I think some things got to shake for sure.
Yeah,
they probably
for sure.
need Bama to lose. Probably need Vanderbilt to lose. They might jump Vanderbilt. I don't know. Because that's a big win. Undefeated A&M. They were number 3.
Yeah, I mean, and Correction said that earlier, and that's what I was going to say about what Correction said. I mean, they have the best win. I mean, it was at home, but I think that was a great win beating A&M at home. Now, the Bama win on the road is a big one for OU, but their loss to Florida, that's bad. That's a bad loss.
Yeah, for sure. It'll be interesting to see how it plays out, but I don't know. We got Vandy tomorrow.
You need to take care of Diego Pavi and get him out of the Heisman race.
Our defense is playing a lot better. I think they're just communicating better, not having as many busts in the secondary.
Yeah.
So I think if we can get after Pavia, get him on the ground, limit his run game, we'll be all right. But it's going to be interesting to see how everything shakes out now, because now you got probably looks like a rematch between Georgia and Alabama in the SEC championship.
Unless Bama lose tomorrow, and I don't think it's going to be an easy game against Auburn. Hey, Cuevas is out. Their tight end's not playing for Bama.
Oh, really?
He's out. That's a big part of their offense.
Yeah, they got to figure out the run game. They've got to get more balanced on offense, or they're not gonna, or they will lose. Ty Simpson is elite, and he keeps them in every game, but you can't just keep on having to throw the ball 30, 40 times every game.
No, I think Tennessee's going to score too much for them. Clark Lee's been in and out of conversation. Now he's solidified as a Vandy coach, but I just think Tennessee's going to put up numbers early. It's going to be hard. Vandy's not a team that's just going to come from behind. They almost did against Texas late in that game, but I just don't see.
Yeah, their secondary is actually worse than ours. They're like ranked 113. So I don't think that's going to –
I think what all this does, Dr. Vol, is if Michigan wins and all this, I think what this clearly says is they need a 16-team playoff and do away with the group of 5. 16 teams, do away with the group of 5. 16
best, like no.
Correct.
None of this champions of conferences, or just the top 16 team. Because there's some teams this year right now that could make a run.
Oh,
make
for
some
sure.
noise.
They could, if they had the chance, they could.
I think Miami could make some noise. I think Tennessee could make noise. Texas, obviously, they just made noise. They just beat the number 3.
They could. I mean, those are good teams with good. Texas has a really good defense. So
because especially young teams like Texas, Tennessee are 2 of the youngest teams.
Correct.
In the SEC. So you get to the end of the year, and a lot of those freshmen are playing like upperclassmen now.
Oh, yeah.
All right, man. That's all I got.
Thanks, Dr. Vol. Good luck tomorrow.
Good luck.
Hey, let's get to Fit with Fry, followed by Jackson. What's up, Fit?
What's up, brother?
Just ready for this game tomorrow, man. Ready for this
Man,
game.
I am too. I am too.
To stamp their spot in the college football playoff.
Man, I wish it was any other team than LSU, if you want to know the truth. I really do. Because they have the athletes where they could go off for one game. They have them. You know how how just sometimes a quarterback gets hot, something happens. I know it doesn't happen against OU's defense, but man, it's just LSU. I just wish it was like, honestly, I wish it was Texas A&M just for the name, because we're just so used to whipping up on them. But man, yeah. But like you were saying, there should not be a group of five. There is no way. You watch the group of five. Go watch North Texas. They wouldn't get past the 50-yard line against OU. There's no way. They don't have the athletes, and their scheme is not good enough. They're not beaten. These teams, it should be a 16-team playoff. If you're 10-2 in the Big Ten or the SEC, I don't care who you play, you should be in the playoff somehow, some way. If Vanderbilt goes 10-2, they should be in the playoff. Texas, if Oregon loses tomorrow, Texas should be in over Oregon. I don't care what anybody says.
Well, that's the thing. I'm waiting on
because
I'm
of
waiting
what
on,
because of what they won tonight.
because of their ranked wins in their schedule.
They have so many ranked wins.
They lost to Florida. They lost to Florida.
Well, I'll tell you this:
overtime versus Kentucky. Kentucky.
That's tough, but
three losses is greater than two. Three losses is worse than two.
They did this poll, or not, the strength of schedule, and they added up. The only thing they did was add up all the team wins. Guess who number one and number two was? OU and Texas.
Yeah.
And Texas going 9-3 against that schedule. It was that's Oregon's schedule. It's a cupcake schedule.
It is.
It's a cupcake. I don't know how these teams can play these schedules, and then we have to go. It's not even just the schedule. It's the brunt of the physicality up on your team. Ohio State gets to go in full health because they don't have the physicality of having to go through the SEC schedule. That's another thing that people don't think about. At the end of the season, these games are adding up on the toll of the players, the mental toll of the coaches. You have to prepare every single week like you're going to get killed, like they say. The mental toll. People aren't thinking about these things. It's so much tougher than when you have to go in and play Rutgers in November. I wish we had Rutgers in November. We play Mizzou. That's our Rutgers.
You played Tennessee, Bama, Missouri, now LSU. Okay.
Are you kidding
Fortunately,
me?
LSU's down right now, but I agree with 918 here when he says this, that anyone can win a football game, but it doesn't mean you can dismiss 3 losses over 2 losses.
I mean, you can't, but I'm just
well,
saying.
listen,
I just wish Oregon had to go through the SEC. I want to see they'd have 3 losses.
Well, their schedule's going to be tough for years to come in the Big Ten.
It's true.
The first 2 years they've had it kind of more easy, but listen, I'm not against a group of 5 team getting in. What I'm against is a group of 5 automatically getting in. Like if it was like Boise had a decent team last year. Like some years the group of 5 has a really good team, but you can't take a 3-loss group of 5 over a 2-loss SEC or a 3-loss.
This is the thing about the group of 5. I'll tell you this. I'll tell you this about the group of 5, and then I'll get off here. The thing, Boise had a good team in 2 positions, the offensive line and the running back. Everything else was average. There's no complete teams in the group of 5. We don't have a complete team, but we have a lot more talent. I'll tell you this, OU has the opportunity to have a complete team if the offense got going about 20% more. The group of 5, none of them are strong on the defensive line. They lose all those players in the portal. So they need to have their own playoff. If they just have their own playoff, group of 5, if you're not in the major, or you take Washington State and you make another Pac-12 somehow and put a lot of those group of 5 teams in there, and then say if you didn't make that, then you got to go to your own playoff. But they just don't have the talent on both sides of the ball to complete. A lot of them will have a good quarterback and good receivers, but they won't have the offensive line. So they'll beat a lot of the other good group of 5 teams, but they don't have the complete team to beat a good SEC team. None of those group of 5. They're
Well,
not
you could do
competing.
it. You could do it in one game. Like you could have a great game, but no, I don't think a group of five's winning 4 games in the playoffs.
I don't think the group of 5 no more, not anymore. I don't think
No,
they can even do it in
too
one
hard.
game because they lost all
hard.
their talent to all back in the day. Boise State had so much talent on that team that beat OU. They had a bunch of talent. They had a bunch of NFL players on that team. When you go back and look at it, they don't have that anymore. They have maybe 1 or 2 off, or maybe on one side of the ball. The rest of it is average, very average.
Now,
Yeah.
now,
So
yeah.
I'll get off here. You guys have a great night, man. Happy
Hey, you too,
Thanksgiving
Hey,
to
Fid.
Boomer.
everybody. And
Boomer.
Boomer Sooner, baby.
That's right.
Yeah, you too, Fid.
Hey,
Enjoy your night.
Jay, Greg's mentioned this a couple of times. It doesn't have to make sense because it doesn't make sense a lot. And Jay, one scenario is if there's chaos tomorrow, like Auburn beating Bama, Tennessee beating Vandy, Oregon losing, Jay, OU moves up 1, Texas sneaks in, Longhorns, Red River rivalry in Norman, Oklahoma. It's a possibility.
Well, you'd have to have a possibility with a lot of upsets, Jeremy.
That's what I said. Chaos tomorrow.
A lot of chaos. Hey, let's get
Hey,
to Corey.
hey, yeah, we've already gone an hour, Jay, and go ahead.
Yeah. Hey, I got this. Corey, what's up?
What's up, guys?
What's going on?
You sound better, Corey. You sound better.
I'm feeling much better, but I'm just laying here in bed trying to take it easy, you know?
Yeah, what's on your mind, man?
I don't know, I'm just excited to watch the game tomorrow, really. I think it's going to be a good game. I think our defense is going to show up like they have like all season long. You know, win or lose. I'm just excited to be a Sooner fan. And that's all I got.
I know one thing, and I'm
Thanks,
glad
Corey.
you're feeling better.
Appreciate you, man.
I'm glad you're feeling
Hey,
better,
Boomer
Corey. Hey,
Sooner.
Boomer
All right.
Sooner. Glad you're feeling better. OU needs to get out early, get on him, let the wind howl, and just just end this thing. Early, man, early.
That's
Let's
right.
get to
Hey,
Jackson.
last call of the night. Jackson, what's up?
What's going on, guys? Hey, first of all, I have 2 things to say. One, Sark can go and cry in his sleep all night tonight. Texas should not be in the playoff. You went 9-3, and you know what? If you're gonna complain about you deciding to scheduling Ohio State week 1 of the season, don't schedule them. Schedule a cupcake game. You can be 10-2 right now, and guess what? You're probably a lock for the playoff.
Yeah, I mean,
And so,
you're
what,
right.
Jay?
They lost 3 games. They are where they
Yeah.
are. If crazy stuff happens, but yeah.
Hey,
they're
Jay,
out.
think
Yeah.
Jackson. Jay, think about this. If Michigan beats Ohio State, OU scheduled Michigan and beat them.
Yeah. No,
That's
that's
even
true.
looks better for OU.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
I mean, I think there's a chance that happens in Ann Arbor. Seems like Ryan Day can't beat them, but
Not gonna
also,
happen.
I want to say it's crazy to think, guys, that Brent Venables' first ever class he signed to Oklahoma. The majority of them are going to be gone.
That's a
I
great
mean,
point to mention. That's a great point to mention.
RMT, Grayson
Yes.
Halton, Kobe McKenzie, guys like that. You
That's
know,
right.
was
Defense, especially.
RSJ wasn't he class of 2022 as well?
Yes,
Yeah,
he
and
was.
hey,
And that's a
Jackson.
great point because tomorrow's
Jackson.
senior day. That's a
Yeah,
great
Jay.
point.
Yep, and Jaron Canick.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
a great point because Jay, we went to an OU basketball game against Texas when it was Hollis Price, Quantus White, all those senior guys that they lost. Like there's a lot of emotion going through those games, through those weeks. Now,
Right,
the good thing for
right.
this team is, yes, it's senior day, but you're playing for a chance to play in the
Mhm.
Palace on the Prairie again.
Right, Jeremy, and just as
That's
this
true.
comment says, the foundation has been established, and I know that last season sucked, but Brent Venables even said it on Tuesday that they just continue to do the small things right, and you're looking at 9-2, a chance to be 10-2, have a home game in the playoffs. I mean, you talk about a senior class that has a chance to go out with a bang in the regular season in Norman. And really, it feels like now with the way the recruiting's been going, with Brent Venables being able to hire this past offseason, Jim Nagy, and guys, I don't think we've talked about Jim Nagy enough. What
Well, there
Jim
hadn't been a whole
Nagy
lot to
has
talk
done.
about
He's
until
starting to
now.
gain some ground.
Starting to gain ground.
The recruiting now, but I mean, guys, I think that if you win tomorrow, I mean, you talk about
It's a big
Oklahoma.
recruiting day too.
Now, I'm not going to get too ahead of my skis, but 2026, I think you're talking about Oklahoma with the amount of players they can potentially return on defense and offense, the young core that they have, plus the addition of transfer guys to fill in spots. You're talking about a team that could compete for an SEC championship and
Well, I don't even want
maybe
to talk about
be
next year.
Yeah.
2025 is now, baby.
true, true,
And they got a
true.
chance tomorrow to wrap up a playoff berth.
Absolutely.
I know
Hey,
I got
and
fired up earlier tonight. Kind of get fired up again. This is the
Corrections
only
is
game.
worried
for me.
about you, Jay.
I'm so pumped for tomorrow. I'm like,
Corrections
hey,
was worried
hey,
about
well,
you.
well, okay. Also, something that I'll say before I hop off here is, guys, if you are a team and if you are in the playoffs, if you see Oklahoma on your schedule, that would be the one team I'm like, I would not want to play. They have confidence. They have found ways to win the games. Yes, I get it. The offense has not been near as good as we expect them to be this year because Oklahoma fans, they expect to be top 10 offense in the country every single year, which is a fair expectation at Oklahoma. But this offense, they found ways to make plays when they need them most. The defense and special teams, they're going to have their back. And I mean, and all it takes in a game is 3 to 4 plays. That's the difference in the game. It doesn't matter what happens in the other 70 to 80 plays. It's those 3 to 4 plays in Oklahoma. They've been the best team in the majority of those games in those 3 to 4 plays up to this point. So
yeah,
you
gotta finish it
have the
strong, man.
confidence that
Gotta finish it.
they can
Gotta
do it,
finish it
but
this season.
yep. Hey, but tomorrow night has a chance, or tomorrow afternoon has a chance to be a special day in Norman. And you know what? I mean, I think that defense is coming for a shutout tomorrow. I really do.
Tough to do. That's tough to do in football.
And yeah, but hey, I mean, I think it's going to be awesome. It's going to be a cold one. I'm excited for it. Can't wait to be there. It's going to be fun. But I think the Palace is going to be rocking. But boys, I'll hop off here. Boomer.
All right, Boomer Sooner. Let's rock it. Thanks, Jackson.
Jay, do you have trivia?
Yeah, I got a trivia real quick. Let me get the trivia, and then I now want to say something to close it.
Yeah, I see several comments here. Hey, guys, check out Sugar 66 Dessert Shop over in the 918 Mother Road Market area. A lot of variety of food there at that place, but also a lot of variety of food there at Sugar 66 Dessert Shop. Check them out, 918, owner of Sugar 66.
Yeah, here we go. This trivia question, I think some of you may know this very quickly, maybe not, but up to now, Oklahoma, their defense stop rate. Now, this is for touchdowns only. It's at an 89.6, okay, which is extremely high. It's, in fact, Brent Venables' second highest ever. Here's what I want to know. What 2 seasons were first and third in Brent Venables' era? In Brent Venables' tenures at schools? Like, what were his best stop rates? What was number 1 and what was number 3? Because right now they're 89.6, which is number 2. So what were the 2 seasons that were number 1 and 3? Okay, Cork's got one of them right. 09 was third. 09 was third. 09 was third. So you got one of them, Corks. You're missing the number 1. The number 1, by the way, was a stop rate of 93.1. Do you know what year it was, Jer? Now, let me make this clear, though, and it's 2001. That's right. I don't know if I was very clear on it, but I was saying Brent Venables' time at, like, when he was a D coordinator at Oklahoma and now as a head coach at Oklahoma. Maybe that's clearer, but yeah, 2001, 93.1, but 2025 this year, 89.6. That means you're stopping 90% of the time. Are you kidding me, dude? Unbelievable. And by the way, I saw some comments on here, like, it's just crazy, man. There's some, I don't know. There's some people in here. It's just like, don't know. You're muted or something. It's almost like don't know ball. I guess I don't know ball. But I know OU beat Michigan this year, and I was told they weren't going to do that for some reason. They did, though. They did do that, didn't they? Now, if we want to, we can. Well, let's go talk about 2004 and who they didn't beat and how that affects 2025. Maybe that would happen.
Yeah, I'm done talking about that kind of crap, Jay. Tomorrow night at this time at 9:30 in the live show, we're going to know if OU's in the playoff.
That's all that matters right now.
All that matters. Get it done. Figure out a way.
Get it done tomorrow. beat LSU, a team you need to beat, and
They hate
be
us because they
celebrating
ain't
them all
us.
night, baby.
They hate us because they ain't us.
That's right. Bring home a win tomorrow. A 10-2 season would be a great season. Courts, definitely post-game live for sure, right after the game, possibly a pregame live. I'm not sure yet on that, but 100% post-game live at probably around 6 when it's over. Guaranteed 9:30 live as well. So definitely 2 lives, maybe 3. We'll see. But it's a great day tomorrow. Let's hope it's a great day for the Sooners as they finish off against LSU, man.
Thanks to Jake Hart for the super tonight. A couple of
Appreciate
supers, actually. Appreciate that. Yeah, good basketball win for OU today against Marquette in Chicago. Finally switched to zone. That was good to see. But, guys, everything you want's in front of you, Sooner fans. A chance to be in the college football playoff. Stamp your position tomorrow, 2:30, Palace on the Prairie against a depleted, wounded LSU squad. But OU better show up because this is a team that's got talent. OU better show up, own the line of scrimmage, and they'll win the game. Guys, we'll see you tomorrow. Thanks for watching. We'll catch you next time. Boomer.
Yeah, appreciate you guys. Have a good night.